What's up, guys? It's time to review Cammy. This is the last of the round 2 figures that I'm going to be looking at, and it's also one of my favorite female figures. Just probably because I like Cammy more than the other characters, because the figure itself is just mediocre, but still a pretty cool figure. She stands just over 6 inches tall. The standard version, the cannon spike version with the base, stands 7.5. Without the base, well, about 7.25 with the base, and without the base, just under 7. We'll do her separately because she's got a lot of different features than the other ones, so we'll talk about that in a minute. The other ones are all the same, have all the same accessories. Obviously they're color matched, but they're all the same mold. So there's the blue one, the GameStop gray one, the pink one, and the player one. That's the one we're going to be looking at, so we'll get these other ones set aside. First off, we have two different heads, the winking face and the standard one. Now this one has a hole in the ear for the Scouter from Dragon Ball Z. If you can get it out. That just pegs into that hole in her ear, which isn't terrible because it's not too noticeable if you're not looking for it. The heads are just about the same other than the winking eye. A little bit more of a smirk on this one, a little more of a straight face, but they're both done really well. The little emblem on the hat is done amazingly well. You can even see the red and the white squares on there, so that's pretty cool. They did a good job with the hair. It's a soft rubber and it's shaded and sculpted really well. So overall, it's just a really nice head sculpt. One of the things I don't care for is the more animated look to her. It's not horrible, especially on this face, but a little bit more of a realistic look would have been cool. Still, it's a great version of Cammy, so that's nice. As I said, she does have the little Scouter thing, which is made out of translucent plastic. It's painted red and then has the green eyepiece, greenish yellow. We'll just leave that there. It fits on really well. She has two fist hands, one for each side. She has two of these open palm karate chop type of hands. And the fingernails are painted. It's probably kind of hard to see because they're so small, but they are. Sculpt is really good too, and she has one of this peace sign hand for her victory pose. And that does it for the accessories for the standard version. As far as the sculpt goes, the reason I said it's kind of mediocre is that she doesn't really have any muscle definition anywhere. She's got kind of the more basic sculpt that we saw from the Buffy figures, and most of the SOTA figures have a whole lot of musculature sculpted in, so I wish she had a little bit more, but still, she's pretty good. The proportions are right, and it looks like Cammy. It just could have been a little better. That being said, let's talk about the rest of her. She's got the ball jointed head, pretty good range of motion, one of the better of the batch. Not so much down, but pretty good up. And then of course the side to side is good as well, so that's nice. Ball jointed shoulders, ball disc, so ball disc there, swivel there. Great range of motion because she's so petite. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, wrist swivel, and the wrist pivot, which is probably frozen on that. Let's see, there you go. So the wrist pivot. Ab crunch works pretty well. She goes pretty far forward and pretty far back. Nice sculpt work throughout, so that's nice. Waist twist, T-jointed hips, pretty good range of motion. Not a great range, but pretty good. Thigh swivel built in, double jointed knee. No twist at the shin. Does have the ankle pivot. The foot swivel here, and the toe joint, which is usually kind of loose on her. It's not horrible on some of them, but it is kind of loose. The boots are sculpted well. Definitely could have used some paint work like Chun-Li's boots for the little rivets, but the sculpt is good. And the paint work for her camouflage is pretty good as well, and she does have shading throughout. So overall, she's a fine figure, but a little bit more muscle definition would have been good, I think, for her. Let's look at the Cannon Spike exclusive. Everything she comes with you see here, except she does have two fist hands. She doesn't have the victory pose hands or the karate chop hands. She has two fist hands and then these two gun hands, trigger finger hands. So those are new for this one. She has new knees, painted knee pads, or knee, whatever you call these things, plus the sculpted knee pads. Then she's got these Cannon Spike rollerblades, which they have this piece that's posable right here because it's part of the ankle joint, and these actual wheels that are functioning there, and they're magnetic to stick to this base of hers, which is pretty cool. Just a solid black base. She's got a knife holstered here with the removable knife, or knife sheath. That's a nice piece. That's a new piece. The arms are sculpted the same, except like I said, she has these 2 trigger fingers. She comes with this gun here, and a pistol that goes on this shoulder holster. It is removable, a smaller pistol. Does the holster come off? I don't think it's supposed to. It does unsnap, it looks like, but I think it was glued, and I don't want to risk it because it is a softer material. But that is a new piece. And then she has a black and red scouter instead of the other one. So overall, it's, you know, it's largely the same figure, but it does have a couple of new features, and the base, and the all new feet. So pretty cool figure. Definitely, if you're a Cammy fan, you should pick this up. But if you're only into Street Fighter and not the characters and not exclusives and stuff, then there's really no reason to have this. But either way, there's the Cannon Spike Cammy up against the regular Cammy. Cool figure. Not my favorite. I wish it was better because I do like Cammy a lot, but what are you going to do? Still a good figure overall. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the round 3 figures, other figure reviews, and some custom figures. And in the meantime, keep collecting.